Hola amores and welcome back to the channel, and to those who don't know me, I am Maritza, currently a graduate master's student in psychology. And today we are talking about the secrets that the escorts know that the other woman we just don't know. Okay, so let's get into it right away. So we ask ourselves, why do successful, married, or powerful men pay thousands of dollars for some intimate time? If it were just about the physical, if it was just about the sex, I would think they would have plenty of options out there. The truth is that escorts hold secrets to the male psyche that many women will spend a lifetime trying to figure them out. Today, we're going to discuss 4 psychological secrets of the industry that can actually help you understand the men in your life or men in general at a much deeper level. So, my loves, the number one thing we need to know is that men, what they pay for is not actually sex, it's an emotional safety. Okay? Because in their daily lives, men often feel that they have to be perhaps the providers, the protectors, and they have to be just perfect partners. And therefore, they tend to carry the weight of expectations of their ladies, their wives, their girlfriends, their bosses, and even society in general. However, with escorts, things are a little different because an escort provides a space where the social mask can be taken off, can be dropped off. He can come to her, he can admit he's scared, he can express his weird fantasies, all without the fear of a breakup or of accusations, or he will not be able to seem weak, okay, if he needs to express what he feels. This is why so many men feel like they cannot be 100% honest in their own lives with how they feel at the moment with their actual partners because of maybe fear of losing respect and in general things that come along with saying the truth. So, as an advice out there, if perhaps you can learn to create a safe harbor where the man can be his unfiltered, messy self without perhaps you correcting him or judging him, very likely his loyalty to you will skyrocket. The following secret the escorts know that other women might not is the one called the power of active validation. And in the industry, there is a term called the girlfriend experience. And the huge part of this is exactly that, which is what? Which is making the man feel like he is the most interesting person and most handsome and the best man in the world at this moment. Because those escorts, they don't just listen. What they do is they active offer validation to the person they are with. And they laugh with his jokes. And they ask follow-up questions. Things about his boring day or his work or his projects. Alright? And they mirror the man's energy, who's ever with them. However, in the real world or in men's long-term relationships, we often stop witnessing our partners. We perhaps stop being curious and we forget that men have a deep psychological hunger to be admired. So when you make it a habit of truly noticing your man, your husband, your boyfriend, the men in general, and also validating his efforts, you will trigger his reward centers in a way that will make you irreplaceable. The following thing, my loves, is this. Escorts, they know very well how to give the man what they call the premium presents. And what I mean is this. When a man goes and he pays a high-end professional like an escort, right at this moment, there are no phones, no kids screaming in the background, and there's definitely no to-do list of all those things that the man has to do. There isn't, all right? It is just radical presence. And that's what the escorts give them, presence. Psychologically, being the sole focus of someone's attention for a whole hour is what? Is full of powerful drugs. It's a release of oxytocin and dopamine. And most men in relationships feel seen but not actually looked at. Men, at the same time, they may feel like a piece of furniture in a house. That's how they feel many times. And if I were to give you one advice out of all this would be to give the men distraction-free zones. Give your men 30 minutes of your absolute undivided attention where you aren't maybe multitasking or on the phone or posting things online, stupidities. And just trust me that this time will be a lot more intimate than maybe you spending 5 hours on the couch together watching Netflix, okay? Where you will actually be together but not together. So give him 30 minutes of undivided attention, you and him alone, in the porch, in the balcony, in the streets, just where you two can talk it out, and maybe he won't have the need to go pay escorts somewhere else. And finally, the escorts hold a big secret, and it is what? It is called boundaries and desires. And this one here is, I would think, their most counterintuitive secret, because escorts have very strict boundaries. Why? Because they have a start time and an end time to their encounter, and they have things they are willing to do and things they are not willing to do. And in psychology, we know this very well as scarcity. All right? And scarcity increases its value of whatever is scarce. And because their time is limited, the man values extremely every second they have with this particular lady. So many women, what do? We make the mistake of becoming way too available or losing our own identity when in a relationship. However, when you maintain your own life, when you maintain your boundaries and your own mystery, you will remain a high value resource in the man's mind, and his desire will thrive in space between you and between him. So please do not close that gap so completely that there's no room for him to long for you anymore. And as some last words, I will share that we do not have to agree with the industry to learn from the human needs, all right? From the human needs, the system highlights. No, men want to be seen, they want to be safe, and they want to be admired. So, if regular non-working ladies can learn to provide those things for free, and of course out of genuine love, then you will build such a bond that no transaction could ever come across. And with this, we have reached the end of today's video, but I invite all of you to connect with me through Instagram and go and check out my other music relaxing channel here on YouTube and go and see the channel's membership just in case you may find it useful. Once again, I am Maritza and know that I will try my best to continue always bringing you ways on how to create a better bond with yourself and a more meaningful relationship with all those around you. Mwah. Till next time, ciao ciao my loves, ciao ciao my amores.